Hudson and Aly with a special guest all the way from Germany today. Please give a warm welcome to Flo from Good Weather Forecast.
Yay!
We're adding the new song Rebels of Hope to the playlist today. Flo, good morning, or I guess good afternoon for you all the way in Germany.
Yes, guten Morgen, Leute. Good morning. Good morning. I know, English sounds so much better, to be honest.
Oh, yeah?
German is quite hard, but yeah. Guten Morgen.
I love that. I didn't know that. I just didn't even know. Flo, I have a question because I'm curious about this, and we've played you on RadioU for a little while, and so I'm almost embarrassed that I don't know this. You, Good Weather Forecast, you're a band. You got 3 brothers, right, and 2 of your friends in the band. What is the origin story of Good Weather Forecast? How did you guys get started? How did you go from being 3 brothers and 2 friends to, hey, we should start a band and make music?
I wish I could tell like a legendary origin story. That would be cool. Like one day we went for a hike in the woods and we found a golden guitar hanging down a tree. And there was an angel standing, and he gave the guitar to us and said, "Form the band." No, I think we grew up in a Christian household, and we grew up listening to Christian rock music. So our father, he was heavily into Petra and White Cross and all these kind of things. So we grew up with that music. So it was always part of our lives, and it was kind of the pathway was clear that we're gonna start a Christian rock band as brothers, and so we got the whole thing going, I would say.
That's crazy.
That is so awesome that you grew up listening to Petra and White Cross. I would not expect to hear that. And that is so cool.
The golden guitar story would be fun. But also, from the time you were, knee-high to a grasshopper, that you were like, we're going to have a band when we grow up.
Yeah.
I also love that story, though.
Yeah, that is awesome.
The cool thing is that we, I think it was 2 years ago, we also played with Petra. So something came all together, full circle moment for us.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Well, as Hudson mentioned, we're adding your new song, Rebels of Hope, to our RadioU playlist. So tell us a little bit about the story behind this song, Rebels of Hope.
Actually, it's a very interesting backstory, because the song is also part of a project we're doing together with an organization. They are heavily involved in Ukraine, working and helping traumatized children through art projects. And one of their projects was they built music instruments out of war machine stuff, like bombs and different weapons. So they built a guitar, and we used the guitar they built out of a weapon. We used to play and record the song. So that's kind of I think it's very beautiful, because they experience so much hope through art in the moment. Although everything around them is crushed and destroyed. Mm-hmm. And I think that was kind of the idea behind the song. Yeah. But also I would say as Christians, I think we're called to have hope, and that could be a huge difference. And if I look into the world right now, especially the young generation, it's a hopeless generation. Mm-hmm. And we as Christians, we shouldn't be known for judging and telling everybody how wrong they are, but we should rather be known for spreading hope and being the most hopeful people around.
That is so true.
I love that.
Yeah.
And also knowing the story, not only the impact of what you're talking about, just living a Christian life that is, the impact of hope and how that can change people's life. But knowing the origin story of what's going on in Ukraine and how you're tied together with that is so cool. That makes this song, honestly, so much more meaningful. So thank you so much for sharing that story.
Seriously. And I love the idea of taking the weapons of war and whatever and turning that into, turning that around into something that can actually be positive too. That's so cool.
So amazing.
Yes.
All right. Well, I love when we get to do these because now, like, you hear the song the first time and you enjoy it, but then you get the backstory and it makes you listen to it a whole new way.
Yes.
And now every time we get to hear Rebels of Hope on Radio U, we get to listen to it in a whole new way. So let's do it. Flo, thanks so much for joining us. Let's do the new song Rebels of Hope on Radio U.